Hello Pokemoshpitbeta, I am the Destiny Heroes, and today for you I have a black and white Wi-Fi battle. No specific tier was involved. He said, "Do you want to battle?" I said, "Sure." He brought Mono Water, I brought Grab Bag with a random Ninetales. So he's going to lead off with his Politoed, predicting me to lead off with my Ninetales, which I don't. I go with a Bronzong, thinking it would be the best choice here, and it works out okay. He goes for the Hydro Pump, does over half, which is kind of scary to begin the battle with him doing over half on my Bronzong, because Bronzong is kind of important to me at this point, since I don't know what his team's capable of. I get the Toxic off because I know I have to outlast this thing, and he actually misses his second Hydro Pump. Pretty unfortunate considering the situation that'll outcome because of this, but it's not going to matter a whole lot. I get my Stealth Rocks up as he actually switches out now when I plan to switch out. Not sure why he switched out here, because he was in complete advantage having his Politoed in, but it works out. I predict him to overpredict and go for the Volt Switch, and I just stay in with my Choice Banded for it, who's a total badass motherfucker. Because watch this. So Choice Banded, Max Happiness, Return, Stab. Not quite going to kill, but it comes pretty close, and Lanterns are pretty damn bulky. So that's 1 point for Fur, 0 points for everything else. Now in comes his Gyarados. Intimidate happens, and he outspeeds me, so I decide I'll switch out, maybe save it as death fodder, and bring back in my Bronzong. Now I just intended for this thing to take a Waterfall and maybe HP Ice or Toxic, but I actually don't take it anywhere near as well as I had hoped. So he is easily going to 2-hit KO me, and that just means he takes 2 turns of Life Orb Recoil. So in comes my Furret again, and I think maybe a Sucker Punch at this point will be able to kill it off if he doesn't have any investments in HP or defense, but it doesn't kill him. He gets a crit, obviously mattered, because Furret can take waterfalls for days, even in the rain from Gyarados. Bring in my Zoroark. Didn't realize he was the last guy in my slot, so I don't get the illusion going, but this actually works out in my favor, because I go for the Grass Knot to force the Rotom to come in since it's so light. And now, hoping he would Volt Switch, I go into my Stunfisk just to absorb that, but he actually goes for the Hydro Pump, making a really great play here, because now he destroys my Stunfisk, making it as useless as it looks, which is pretty damn useless. So goodbye Stunfisk, you fought well. You stood up against an OU for 2 hits. That's all that matters. I bring in my Ninetales here to get rid of that Rain Boot, or Hydro Pump, and actually I guess I'm offensive Scarf. I know I'm offensive, but I outsped this thing. Maybe he's not Scarfed, I don't know. But I kill him off with a Solar Beam, which also surprised me. He brings back in his Politoed to get the Rain Up, and basically at this point, if he has the Rain Up, it's good game. And if I can keep my Ninetales alive, I have a fighting chance. So he goes for the Hydro Pump here. I intended to switch in my Scrafty to take 2, and then kill this thing off, but he gets a crit here. In my opinion, it makes up for the Hydro Pump miss the second turn of the battle, because this basically eliminates the usefulness of my Scrafty. So he kills me off. Poison damage is starting to do a decent amount, and I bring back in my Zoroark. I don't know how heavy this thing is, but I think Grass Knot will kill. I get a crit, not sure if it mattered. I'm sure someone in the comments below could let me know. And now he brings in his Feraligatr. I am Scarfed, but I guess he doesn't know that, even though I don't have Life Orb, and usually you assume it's Scarfed if you don't see Life Orb. But it's not really going to matter, because he goes for the Dragon Dance here. I do outspeed still, and I go for the Grass Knot again, meaning I get to kill off a Sheer Force Feraligatr without it getting 1 hit off, which really thankful for that, because that pretty much saved my ass. In comes this Ludicolo. I know it has the Rain Dish, because it's on a Rain team, so it's pretty obvious. Swift Swim's banned. And he just goes for the Surf. Now, thanks to the Sun pushing this down, my Ninetales, even though it doesn't have any special defense investment, will be able to take that hit fairly well. I go for the Solar Beam here, and this last little part of the battle is a little stallish, and I apologize for that, but I thought this was a good battle to upload. So he goes for the Leech Seed here, just confirming that he is the stall set. And basically my life, I don't know what I'm talking about. His Leech Seed is going to be draining away all of my HP. I go for Solar Beam here. The animation happened, so I thought, wait, Solar Beam hits through Protect, and then nothing happened. So it was a bit of a disappointment there. But my idea is to just spam Solar Beam, because Solar Beam's doing more than he's recovering after 2 turns. So if I get this thing low enough, I can bring Zoroark in and just revenge kill. He goes for a Surf here. It is not quite going to kill me off, but it will leave me in a low enough range where Leech Seed will just finish me off, and he doesn't gain that much HP back. He only gets 8. So, good day, Luke. Now at this point here, bring in my Zoroark, and one-on-one, I go for the Night Daze thinking if he goes for Leech Seed, I could get the accuracy drop and he could miss. He does hit the Leech Seed, but Night Daze did more than I expected it to. And he knows that, I know that, so instead of just protecting this next turn, he's just going to let me kill him off. So that's good game, Sergie. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this battle, check out my channel. Definitely sub to the Pokemoshpit because they're great to the community. And I will see you all later.